The deadline is looming. Kentucky lawmakers are back in Frankfort tonight, hoping to agree on a budget deal.
It's just a lot of unsafe things going on.
There were some scary moments for customers at a Lexington store this morning. The latest on the search for the man who robbed a Dollar General. After years of helping families in tough times, she's now the one in a tight spot.
She has put in 76 days in hospital.
How the community is helping a woman battle cancer.
This is WKYT News at 6.
We are down to the wire. You're watching WKYT on the CW Lexington. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Kentucky's legislative session ends Tuesday. Lawmakers have been working for weeks to agree on a budget. Tonight, House and Senate leaders are meeting in Frankfort. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is at the Capitol with our top story at 6.
The meeting has been going on for about 4 hours now here inside of the Capitol Annex building in Frankfort, with lawmakers hoping to reach a final agreement as their deadline draws near. They've spent the afternoon behind closed doors, taking only one brief break since starting today's negotiations around 2 o'clock. The Democratic-controlled House and Republican-controlled Senate have been at odds over the 2016 to 2018 state budget bill for much of the legislative session. Now, the main disagreement continuing to be funding for state universities, with the Senate siding with Governor Matt Bevin's proposed cuts to help with the state's pension funds. Lawmakers are working to reach a final agreement by the end of today, allowing the budget bill to be ready for a vote on by the House and Senate on Tuesday, which right now lawmakers do plan to be the final meeting day of the session. However, that could be delayed if needed. We will be here throughout the evening, and we'll bring you the latest on what happens later tonight on WKYT. For now in Frankfort, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Initially, Republicans and Governor Bevin wanted funding cuts of 9%, while Democrats wanted none. On Friday, the House said they could agree to a cut of 2%. Governor Bevin is also expected to sign a bill this week that would give thousands of convicted felons the chance to clear their records. The bill allows people convicted of non-violent felonies to ask a judge to vacate their judgments. Those felons have to wait 5 years after completing their sentences. At least 62,000 convicted felons in Kentucky will be able to take advantage of that law. It warmed up a little bit today, and those temperatures will continue to climb into the work week. WKYT's Mike Linden is tracking a very spring forecast for us.
That's right, Kristen. After an odd start to our weekend with temperatures only getting into the lower 40s and upper 30s for Friday and Saturday, talk about a step up today. Back into the lower 60s across most of the bluegrass. A few spots still struggling in the upper 50s, but nonetheless, that is a great improvement from where we were at this point yesterday. Just look at the 24-hour temperature change. Up nearly 10 to more than 22 degrees in some eastern Kentucky spots. That includes Montgomery County, Rowan County, and Madison County. A great feeling afternoon out there today. Not a good looking one, still rather overcast, and we are tracking some scattered showers. Right now, a line of scattered showers pushing across the southern quarter of I-75 along the Hal Rogers Parkway towards southeastern Kentucky. But if we look to the northwest right now over the Jefferson County area, that looks to be the heaviest precipitation as we are tracking a frontal system beginning to work its way into the bluegrass that could even bring us some scattered thunderstorms overnight tonight. But this is it. This is a bumpy start to our Sunday and into the start of our work week, because by the end of the work week, we're going to start looking and feeling a lot more like spring. You don't want to miss the 7-day forecast. That's coming up.
Lexington police are searching for a man who robbed a store this morning. Police tell us a man walked into the Dollar General on Leestown Road and demanded cash. They say he did not have a weapon. Employees still felt threatened. WKYT's Mike Byer is talking to concerned customers in this Crime Tracker report.
Customers were looking to do some shopping at the Dollar General on Leestown Road, just like they would any normal day. However, this morning, they walked up to the store to find locked doors.
Unfortunately, they had got robbed and, got to pick another place to go.
Lexington police tell us shortly after 9 a.m., a man in a dark blue hoodie with black jeans walked into the store on the city's north side and immediately demanded cash from the clerk. Police say it's unclear if the man was armed, but the clerk told officers that the suspect did not show a weapon. Once the man received an undisclosed amount of cash, he fled the store on foot in an unknown direction.
I use this Dollar General from time to time, but I don't know. It's just Lexington's changing, seem like.
Fortunately, no one was hurt during this morning's robbery, a robbery which has left these customers concerned.
It's just a lot of unsafe things going on. You just got to be safe and watch your surroundings.
In Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Lexington police are still talking to witnesses to try and get a better description of that man. Police are also still searching for the man who shot and killed a 28-year-old this weekend. 2 people were standing outside the Woodland Studio Apartments off Woodland Avenue, and officers say someone shot both of them. The Fayette County coroner says one of the men, James Gordon, died at the hospital. We do not have the name of the second victim. We're told he suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the man they're looking for is about 5'11" with a heavy build. The Nelson County coroner has identified the 2 people, including a teenager, killed in a crash Friday. Deputies say a car and pickup truck crashed on US 150 Friday afternoon around 2. The coroner says 17-year-old Richard Hensley from Willisburg died at the scene. 56-year-old James Cambron from Springfield died at a hospital. 2 other 17-year-olds went to the hospital. We do not know their names or their conditions. A Louisiana search crew plans to return to Kentucky to search for a man who went missing nearly 4 years ago. Clarence Holmes disappeared on Laurel Lake in 2012 while he was helping others during a storm. The Southeast Louisiana Underwater Search Team has looked for him several times. They will return to the lake April 25th. The team has been looking at sonar images from the lake from the last time they searched and can see something that looks like it could be human remains. The team will use side scan and scanning sonar in their next search. Friends and family are remembering a teenager who police say drowned after falling into a Johnson County lake. 15-year-old Luke Cottle died in Paintsville Lake Friday. Police say he and some friends were walking on the edge when he fell in. Cottle was a freshman at Johnson Central High School. He was also a quarterback for the school's football team. Friends and teammates say Cottle brightened everyone's day.
I mean, we'd be out here on the field, and he'd look over and he'd just make you laugh. I mean, when Coach Matney's making us run or something, he'd just make you just break down and laugh and just make everything go past a lot faster.
Visitation for Cottle will be Monday night after 6 at the J.W. Call Funeral Home in Pikeville. Funeral services will be at 3 o'clock Tuesday at the R.H. Ratliff Cemetery in Shelbyana. She is used to giving help and hope to families fighting tough battles. Now she needs help herself. Sarah Warner Lister has been working at the Ronald McDonald House in Lexington for years. Recently, doctors diagnosed her with leukemia. WKYT's Sean Moody shows us how the community is helping Sarah.
Music can be pretty good therapy. Whether you're the one making it or you're making it for someone else.
I didn't realize there could be such a wave of goodwill. It's almost like a tsunami.
This concert is for Sarah Warner Lister. Her mom, Kirsten, said Sarah's always been a helper.
For 10 years now, head of the Ronald McDonald House, executive director.
Now Sarah's the one in a tough spot.
Its onset was instant. Within a day, she was in one hospital. Within 2 days, she was in her second hospital.
She's battling leukemia, but keeping her spirits up.
She has put in 76 days in hospital, which she said is a little bit like being abducted by aliens.
Sarah wasn't well enough to make it out to O'Neill's for the concert today, but she was able to watch a live stream. She could end up with some big hospital bills, and that's where her friends come in. They hope that Team Sarah Music Fest will jumpstart donations to help her family. The community's already been a big help.
Oh, it keeps us afloat. We've had meal train, weekend cards. People send us Kroger cards, which is such a treat. I mean, it's just been wonderful. And
Kirsten hopes the waves of love and help keep coming.
it means everything. It really does.
In Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
If you'd like to help out, we do have a link to an online fundraiser for Sarah at WKYT.com. Coming up on WKYT on the CW Lexington, when you dial 911, you can always count on the person on the other end. And this week, those voices are being recognized.
Clark County leads the state in registered organ donors.
We know how important it is to try to help others.
Meet 2 organ recipients who are thankful for their county's push for more donors.
It definitely got me where I am today.
Asking for Organs, Monday at 6 on WKYT.
Hi, I'm Brian, and I buy houses in the Lexington area. No more stress. I can buy your house as is, and we'll close professionally with a Lexington attorney. You can get all cash, immediate debt relief, and peace of mind. Call me at 859-278-HELP or go to 278help.com.
Hi, I'm Rob Hunley with Back Construction. You know you can trust Back Construction for all your home remodeling, roofing, and handyman needs. But did you also know you can trust Back Construction for your window and door replacements? Give us a call today if you need new windows and doors. Back Construction is a local Pella certified contractor, and we will provide you the kind of service and quality that you expect. After all, at Back Construction, we build it back better.
Boy, do we sell a lot of bedrooms at Oak Factory.
And this month starts one of my favorite sales.
Buy a bedroom group, get a free mattress.
This bedroom is $16.99 for the bed, dresser, mirror, and nightstand.
And you get a free mattress.
And 12 months free financing.
Okay, so buy a bedroom, get a free mattress, and free financing for 12 months. Gotta love it. Only at Oak Factory, where you always get the family price.
Eyeglass World salutes Angie, who just finagled a first-class ticket for the price of Coach. She also gets amazing deals at Eyeglass World. Like right now at our Christian Siriano sale. This month only, get 2 pairs of Christian Siriano designer glasses for $99.95. But hurry, this incredible deal is only good through April 30th. The Christian Siriano sale, only at Eyeglass World. See yourself smile, see yourself save.
Hi, I'm Brian, and I buy houses in the Lexington area. No more stress. I can buy your house as is, and we'll close professionally with a Lexington attorney. You can get all cash, immediate debt relief, and peace of mind. Call me at 859-278-HELP or go to 278help.com.
Have something that needs investigating? Email us or call the WKYT Investigates tip line. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Mike Linden.
Well, the weekend is now wrapping up with overcast skies and active weather, but it certainly was feeling quite nice, at least temperature-wise, from where we have been the past few days into this afternoon. Right now, though, here's a good reason why we got that bump up in temperature. That's because of the overcast skies and the moisture coming in from the southwest. Right now, tracking some showers moving through the Jackson County, Laurel County, Owsley County area. You can see this line stretching northward through Beattyville and pushing eastward toward the southeastern mountains, but the real bulk of the active weather this evening is right now over the Jefferson County area, pushing eastward and will more than likely skirt right along the northern Kentucky, southern Indiana, and southern Ohio border as we work our way through the evening hours. So not going to really be a widespread event, but certainly could get quite wet for those spots moving into the evening. You'll notice, though, with this warm front coming in from our west, look at those winds coming in from the south. That's what you need if you're really looking for the mild temperatures to return. So setting us up here for a very nice switch in our pattern, and one that brought us temperatures today and still going on the lower 60s and upper 50s. That is a huge bump up from where we were at this point yesterday, with quite a few spots like Montgomery County and Rowan County up by nearly 22 degrees. Look at this section right here of the Bluegrass State, the northeastern portion of the state, really getting a nice bump up, with most spots posting a 20-degree difference. We'll hold on to that mild air moving into even tomorrow morning. Check this out. This is your hour-by-hour forecast. Moving into the overnight hours, really only dropping into the upper 40s and lower 50s. That's not only because of that mild air, but because of the cloud cover hanging around, too. With it, it looks like as we move into Monday afternoon, we'll be getting back to some active weather, although this time, rather than the northern portion of the state, most of us will be getting in on the heavier rainfall, potentially some thunderstorms, too. We're really tracking this cold front moving through the state and bringing with it not only the active weather, but the cold air on the backside as well. Most spots falling right back into the 30s. We're not done with them yet for Tuesday morning. Let's also not forget that with a passing cold front, you typically get some pretty gusty winds, too, right? Well, that's what we're going to feel into this evening, with most spots between about 30 and 35 miles per hour. That will continue to be the case as we work our way into the start of the work week as well. Speaking of which, just one little bump in the road there, that being tomorrow with the gusty rains, the potential thunderstorms. But on the backside of that cold front, it's essentially going to hit the reset button on the Bluegrass, Kristen, because we'll just start out a little cooler Tuesday, Wednesday, but look at the second half of that 7-day forecast.
And the rains you're talking about there, it's not going to be all of Monday, right?
No, mainly in afternoon into the evening. And if we see some breaks in the skies, that could make things, that's where you'll see the thunderstorms. But we get past tomorrow, looks like smooth sailing.
Thank you, Mike. The people who answer emergency calls will be honored this week. It is National Public Safety Telecommunications Week. The event honors dispatchers as the first responders. Laurel County dispatchers say for them, they do their work because they enjoy helping people.
You save someone's life, you feel kind of satisfaction, like, hey, they called, I got them who they needed, and their lives are saved.
National Public Safety Telecommuters Week starts Monday and runs through Saturday. Lee K. Howard's in next with sports with a former Wildcats game-winning shot.
You know, it's unbelievable what Carl Towns is doing during his rookie season, but he's not the only former Cat putting up big numbers. And the Reds look to close out a homestand with another win over the Pirates. We'll have the highlights for you next in sports.
Hi, I'm Travis Morgan with North Broadway Auto Sales. We've been in business for over 20 years. Got over 200 cars in inventory and thousands of happy customers.
At North Broadway Auto Sales, we never put GPS tracking devices on our cars.
Why pay $500 a month on another car lot when you come here and pay as low as $250 a month?
At North Broadway Auto Sales, everybody rides.
En North Broadway Auto Sales, todos manejan.
I choose Lexington Diagnostic Center because I feel like it's worth the drive. Being able to come 2 hours one way, I'm willing to drive that because of what I get here. The first place I went to have some scans did not turn out very good, and my doctor had recommended coming to Lexington Diagnostic Center. And when I got here and found the technician who was great, the people around were good, you know, that's why I keep coming back.
Think you might be pregnant? No judgment, no pressure, just help. AssuranceCare.org.
Get weather plus traffic with a WKYT weather app. Have the Defender Radar Network in the palm of your hand while checking your driving conditions for your commute on the same screen. Weather plus traffic on the WKYT weather app. WKYT's First Alert Weather follows you wherever you go, on TV, online, on your phone, and throughout the day at 98.1 The Bull.
Millions potentially exposed.
We've got to stop this thing while there's still time.
To contain an outbreak.
One of the worst psychopaths of our time has fallen deathly ill.
Will the Secretary of State make a deal with the devil?
This drug could be our only leverage.
So you'd rather give it to a mass murderer?
A can't-miss 2-hour elementary event with a startling revelation.
You were crying earlier.
It all starts CBS tonight at 9/8 Central.
Tell me another way people say mother.
Mommy.
Sheila?
Mommy.
Oh, mommy.
Right.
You want mommy. Y'all crazy. Watch this here. Mommy?
Mommy. Mommy. Mama, mama, mama. Mommy, mommy, mommy. What about mommy?
Family Feud, 1 full hour starting at 7 on the CW Lexington.
Skal Labissiere spent just 1 season at UK, and despite an up-and-down year, he's ready to move on to the NBA. This afternoon, Skal was at All Sports in the Fayette Mall signing autographs for the fans. Generally a quiet kid, he declined to talk to the media, but he did look to be having a good time meeting with the Big Blue Nation. Draft Express projects Labissiere as the 10th overall pick in June's NBA draft. Hard to believe this time last year, Karl Anthony Towns was on an autograph tour around the state. Now he's just tearing it up in the NBA. Saturday night, Towns scored 27 points, including this game-winning hook shot in the final seconds of the game. to give the Timberwolves a 106-105 victory in Portland. Towns scored 14 of his 27 points in the fourth quarter, including the game winner. Speaking of rookies having good seasons, how about the year Devin Booker is having in Phoenix? On Saturday, the former Wildcat scored his 1,000th career point in the NBA. At just 19 years old, Booker became the fourth youngest player in NBA history to score 1,000 points, behind only LeBron, Kobe, and Kevin Durant. Kentucky offensive lineman Jarrett LaRubio is transferring to Miami of Ohio, according to a report by HustleBelt.com. The redshirt freshman played in just one game for the Wildcats last season. Meanwhile, just when everything was going well for the Wildcats in spring ball, the team had an awful scrimmage on Saturday. That, according to Mark Stoops. The offense was not on point in UK's final scrimmage before next weekend's blue-white game.
Just little things, guys come out, about the weather, and, as a senior, I just got to pick guys up, and, it's my fault. I put it on me. I just got to keep guys going, and we just got to take advantage each and every day we come out on the field. We just got to take advantage of, push through, no matter what the weather's like, no matter how guys feeling. We just got to come out and get better and have that get better mentality.
Despite winning every SEC series this season, Kentucky hadn't swept a series in league play since April of last year. That's what the Wildcats were looking to do this afternoon after winning games 1 and 2 against Alabama. Cats down 1-0 in the 8th. Bama's Chandler Avant singles to left. That will score a runner from third. Tide rolling up 2-0. Wildcats get one back in the bottom of the inning. Evan White singles back up the middle. Tyler Marshall motors around from second to score to make it 2-1. Next batter is Javon Shelby with 2 outs and 2 on. Shelby swinging for the fence, but Mother Nature playing outfield today, keeping the ball in the yard, caught on the warning track to prevent the go-ahead run. Kentucky will have to wait for that sweep, losing 2-1 despite winning a 4th straight SEC series. Reds pitcher Tim Melville making his first career MLB start today, taking on the Pirates. Second inning, scoreless. Chris Stewart takes Melville deep for the solo home run. Melville would finish with 5 strikeouts, giving up 1 earned run in 4 innings. Pirates up 1-0. Bottom of the 6th, Eugenio Suarez smacks his 4th home run of the year. And I mean smacks it over the right field wall. Game tied at 1. Top of the 8th, 2 on. John Jaso at the plate, and he hits a single to left. Now watch Josh Harrison gunning for home, and he's thrown out by Adam Duvall. Great throw by Duvall to save a run. Bottom of the 9th, 1 on. Jay Bruce at bat, and that, my friends, is a walk-off triple. Brandon Phillips hustling home. Reds win 2-1 to cap a strong season-opening homestand. And unless you're a night owl, you likely missed the end of NASCAR Sprint Cup race in Texas on Saturday night. Delayed due to rain. 41 laps to go. Jimmy Johnson gets into the back of Austin Dillon. Dillon gets loose and gets into the wall, triggering a multi-car wreck. Drivers doing their best to avoid it without much luck. On the restart, Kyle Busch passes Martin Truex Jr. for the lead. Busch would cruise the rest of the way to take the checkers, completing his 2nd NASCAR weekend sweep in a row. I would tell you about the Masters. However, if you're really into it, you're probably watching WKYT and watching it right now. But I will say this, Jordan Spieth, who won the Masters last year, came into the round with the lead, looked to be winning and going to win his 2nd green jacket, has absolutely collapsed. And it looks like it's going to be the Englishman Danny Willett to win the Masters with just a few holes to go.
Well, and Rory McIlroy, he was in the lead there too, wasn't he?
Well, he wasn't in the lead, but he was doing well early on, and kind of the weekend was bad for him.
We'll be right back with a final look at weather.
Every year I operate thousands of hours. I'm turned on and off thousands of times. I keep you cool and I keep you warm. I have the best 10-year no-hassle replacement warranty around. No worries, no questions, no hassle. I am Comfort Maker. Go to comfortmaker.com today.
Dear to
It's time to wake up. You've got things to do, mouths to feed, work to get done. It's another Kentucky morning. And Kentucky mornings start here.
Good morning, I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith.
You don't have time to waste, so we don't waste your time. Simple as that. Breaking and overnight news, weather to plan your day, plus traffic you can take with you. Make WKYT This Morning part of your Kentucky morning. Weekdays from 4:30 to 7 on WKYT.
I'm not the law and order type.
You might find a warrant or two out for me.
Mr.
Hex, Jonah Hex.
This town is being terrorized by the Stillwater gang.
And I aim to do something about it.
Who the hell are you supposed to be?
John Wayne.
Time travelers
Got in a lot of trouble.
You killed him.
You're welcome.
DC's Legends of Tomorrow. All new this Thursday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Out!
Tough. Keep your word, don't lie.
Tenacious.
Who do you think you are?
Bold.
You want to try and tell us the truth now?
Decisive.
You can't do that.
Hot bench.
Now you're pleading ignorance. Is right.
Why are you looking at me like that?
In this courtroom, there's 3 sides to every verdict.
It's true.
Hot bench.
Weekdays at 4 on the CW Lexington.
When I needed a new furnace, I did my research, found out that Comfort Heating and Air had the highest reviews on Google and Angie's List. So I went with Comfort Maker's 10-year no-hassle warranty. Do what I did, call the Comfort Man today. Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $72 million, and Wednesday night's Powerball jackpot is $184 million. Did feel a little bit warmer out there today.
Almost 20 degrees of difference in just 24 hours. That's a good sign of things to come, at least temperature-wise. Doesn't necessarily help the look very much. We're tracking not only some showers and thunderstorms tonight, but it looks like another round tomorrow. It's once we get past that, though, that things really begin to improve. Back to a nice spring feel next weekend.
Gonna look nice. Thanks for joining us right here on the CW Lexington. Have a good night.